Sup YouTube, Forrest back from Last Spectrum HD, and I'm going to be going for episode 3 of my Let's Play. Haven't hopped in here. Well, in between episodes, I did a ton of mining. If you guys remember, we had to move to the new world, but that's alright. It's all good. Now, I just did a ton of mining, and I've been smelting up a little bit of the ore. I made 2 more iron furnaces, just because I had the materials, and I'm going to need that stuff someday anyway. All the bees are from the old world. This is all my ores, basically. Ores and metals. I have it all in here. Anyway, I was about to go mining again, but I decided there was something I wanted to show you guys first. That something is a backpack. Or, in specific, the miner's backpack. It's made with 2 wool, 2 iron, 4 string, and a chest. And you'll notice I have just enough materials to make that. And ta-da! Now this holds, inside this can hold 15 additional stacks of ore. Only ore. You can't just throw anything in there. There's, if I go to backpack, you'll notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different backpacks. You got your adventurer's backpack, which holds a bunch of I think that's mostly monster drops, and just that basically holds a host of things. I can't remember exactly. The apiarist's backpack has 125 slots, but it only holds bees. The builder's backpack holds materials like cobblestones, like smooth stone, bricks, wood planks, wood logs, that stuff. The digger's backpack holds cobblestone, sand, gravel, and I think that may be it. And as you know, you get a lot. Forester's backpack holds wood and plant stuff. Hunter holds all mob drops, and then miner's holds ores. Yep, those are all the different backpacks, which are just a little fraction of it once again. Now, where in the world and why are only some of my tabs appearing? Whatever. Okay. I just made that, so let's drop you in there and you in there, and I was about to go back mining, because I had just come up after a little while. I have plenty of food now. I'm going to bring 3 steak with me. And, wait, I want to make another pick. And, just some cobble. I'll bring a full stack of cobblestone, full stack of cobblestone, same I often do, just to, you know, you run to something you need to build over. It's just convenient. Yep. Okay, and I need more sticks. And yes, I know what's in my furnace is now done, so. But I'm not worried about that right now. These I can keep for torches, I suppose, or I'll just throw them in here. Hey. Okay, now I'm just... Oh, you son of a bitch, I see you. Gotcha. Got that little prick before he could even want to explode. Or before he even did. It's perfect. Anyway, let's go down into the canyon, which you might remember from episode 1, but that was the other world, remember? Going back into the ravine. I've always thought of a ravine in real life as being only a couple of, like, meters deep, maybe like 4 or 5. I've never been, like, I remember you play paintball or airsoft and you can go hide in them. I don't remember ravines going halfway to, like, frickin' middle of the earth. I mean, seriously. This is just a little ridiculous, but they're awesome. Now, this particular mining mission is just that. It's a particular mining mission. I mean, sure, I'll just grab whatever I find on the way, but my primary goal is to go and find redstone. Yep, I don't have any redstone, and in order to start with IC2, I need redstone. So, I might have thrown a couple torches down over here, but I never actually went over here because I didn't get around to it. I'm gonna run into mobs, I know, so I gotta be on my guard. Got no armor. I think they're over here. Oh, okay, someone's behind me. Yep. Oh, I see you. Don't think I don't see you. Monster Hunter, woot. Oh, that torch is just holding it back. That's better. See this? All this here is actually one ore vein of silver. Silver from, the factorization mod, to be precise, because there's different kinds of silver. There's one from Greg Tech and then one from factorization. And I suppose there's also the one from, Red Power. Ooh, I found the redstone I needed. Red Power, but I don't have Red Power installed because it's currently not updated to 1.4. Some lapis, always good to have. Now the redstone. Almost every mod needs redstone to some degree, so never pass up redstone. I mean, you may, like, go from a world where you've just been doing whatever, and then decide you're going to start using mods, but if you're going to play legit, which I do frequently, like now, you need the redstone. You don't, because a lot of people will see this and be like, well, I'm not going to wire any redstone circuits. I mean, they might grab for the XP, but besides that, it really doesn't have much of a use in vanilla Minecraft besides redstone circuits, which is a massive part of Minecraft, except a lot of people don't do it. I know how to do redstone circuits. I know how to do those gates. I don't frequently. I might make doors and stuff, like piston doors, or I make automated defense systems, which I'm actually going to go into a test world eventually and show you a cool little trick you can do with some of these mods to make it some impressive anti-personnel weaponry and such, but yeah, anyway, that's how that works. So yeah, mine the redstone, mine the redstone. Okay, I'm gonna probably, I'm gonna cut until we get back to the house, so meet you there. Okay, guys, I just saw it came out of the mines. I'm on my way back to the house. It's morning, I think. Yeah, it's morning. So we may have a couple of baddies out, but I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna run inside and hope the best. Alright, we're well. Okay. Some copper. Okay, anyway. I spent a long time mining, and notice well, I'll show you in a sec. But you notice my miner's bag has 10, says 10 out of 15. It means 10 slots are full of stuff. Now, here's the thing. When I take this, if I hold shift and then right click, it does that, and notice it says 0, because guess what? It just automatically, after you shift right click on an inventory, it will automatically place all the items in the bag into that inventory. I got a bow from a skeleton that I killed. Not very good condition, but, you know, might as well keep it. Alright, anyway, now I think it's time that I got around to actually starting with some industrial craft stuff. So I'm gonna grab all my iron and that. I'm gonna grab only 10 coal, got the copper. That should be all I need for the moment. Yeah, okay. I'm just checking our stuff. I need sticky resin, a tree tap, and I'll need some wood. Not an insignificant amount. Let's mastered cobblestone. Okay, now first I'm just gonna grab one of these. That's simply done. But I also need to cook up all this tin. So let's just pop that in there, and that will get that started. To begin with, I'm gonna need to make a bit of wire. I'll need to make copper cable. Oops, Cooper. Copper cable. To make that, you need copper, simple, and rubber, which you get from burning the sticky resin, which I am starting to do up here. Now, this is an inefficient way to do this, I will add. This is not exactly how, this is not at all how you want to do it after a brief amount of time, but it's what you have to do at the beginning. It's unfortunate, but, you know. Anyway, over here, place one piece of tin. This, no. This particular version only works if forestry is installed. If you don't have forestry installed, it won't work, and you'll have to use the dusts, which I'll get around to in a little bit, to make bronze, which is another key component because it allows you to make a wrench. The wrench allows you immediate removal of industrial craft machines. I'll demonstrate with the iron furnace if it works. Can't remember sure. See? And that's the only way you can do it without them breaking. However, unless you have the electric wrench, and unless it's in lossless wrench mode, you can still lose your blocks. For example, if you had built a macerator and then used a pick on it, you would lose your macerator. It would just come back as a blank machine block, and that's completely useless. So, always make sure you use your other. Now, to insulate this, you can put the copper, like the stuff like that, but you can also just, if you make the wire, just a raw wire, which I'm going to need enough anyway. Oh, hang on. Where'd that just go? You can, oh crap, you can do that too. But anyway, I only have one available. I need to take my iron, actually, believe it or not. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Hang on, I can count this out. 1, 2, 3 for that. 8, 8, 1, 2. Okay. And another 3 for good measure. Okay. Now, this iron, once it gets cooked up, will become, just wait a second, refined iron, which is critical for almost everything in industrial craft. Now, if I take 1 piece of refined iron, 6 pieces of copper cable, and 2 bits of redstone, I get an electronic circuit, which if I press R on, hang on, press R on the wrong thing, you'll see that it's used in actually very few things, yet very many things. Because this is just things it is directly used in. To make any machine, you need this. To make, say, the first machine I'm going to make, which is a macerator, you need an electronic circuit and that. Pretty simple, but incredibly important. Let's put the rest of the iron in there. Need it all cooked anyway. Okay, I don't have enough to finish that, and I don't have enough of the rubber, so I'm going to go out and tap some more trees. I did this a little bit in episode 1, but in case you weren't here, then here's your chance now. There we go, sticky resin. You just take your tree tap, which is made with 5 wooden planks, and I can show you real quick. That's how you make a tree tap. And you take it, and you look for the orange knots in the wood. Now, you can click on the same knot after you've harvested it multiple times, and it will give you more resin. However, it will make that knot not regenerate. So, if you're in like an area and you find a tree that you can't, that's just way too far from your house or something, and it's not convenient, or in this case these are for me, then you can go do that. But since I intend to just keep these here and use them as a farm, because it's kind of natural, because they will regenerate fairly, I wouldn't say quickly, but readily. There we go. Readily. So yeah, unless it's really far away and you don't think you're going to come back there, and you're like, you might as well just get it all, then it's a much better decision to actually, just leave it. Only take one. My ear hurts, so I had to lift the headset. Anyway, I'm going to make a macerator. I have all the materials I need. A machine block goes right there. And then you get your electronic circuit, 2 cobblestone, and 3 flints. And you get a macerator. I'll show you that in a little bit. First, I need a generator. To make a generator, I need to put I need a battery to make an RE battery, which I make like so. Wait. Not quite. Tin, not iron. There we go. Now, if I take the iron furnace I grabbed from earlier, 3 refined iron, and the battery, I get a generator. Now, I'm going to use the rest of this rubber because the cable is not just a crafting supply, it's also how you transport power around. For example, if you generate the power in this case, the generator. Oops. But you don't, the generator can automatically send it to any block directly adjacent to it. But if you run a cable, anything on the cable will get the power. Note, some cables have energy loss. For example, a copper cable, after 4 blocks, starts to lose I think like 1 EU per tick. And if you're just on a low output system, that's a bad thing. That's seriously bad. Or a high output system, it can actually be bad too, just not quite as much so. Now, I do have enough to finish another machine I want to make. Another circuit, like so. But now I need some U. And make 4 tree taps. Because the damaged one, which I have already, won't work for this. You need 4 brand new tree taps. You need another machine block. You need an electronic circuit. I think in that order, but... Yep. You make an extractor. This is another these are your most basic machines, essentially. You're gonna need them. Because your extractor, when you put 1 piece of sticky resin in a furnace, you only get 1 piece of rubber. Whereas when you put 1 piece of sticky resin in an extractor, you get 3 pieces of rubber. You can also take your rubber wood, if you happen to have any. I have 6, which I'll demonstrate with, and throw it directly into the extractor, and you get a piece of rubber out of that. Only 1, but it's still a lot better than just leaving it. Now, I want the machines to be on this wall for the most part, and I'll worry about how it all flushes in a bit. In the meantime, I'm just going to plop my generator right in the middle. See, it goes like that. And just throw some sticks in there, and it will quickly burn, and the power will be temporarily stored inside the machine's internal storage. But when I put these machines on the side, you'll notice they get a little bit of a power bar full, and that goes away. Now, I'm throwing the oak saplings in there because I have a crap load of them. Well, not anymore, thank God. I still have 13, and there's trees everywhere. I just tend to burn them up because they're really cheap, and they get by. This is the extractor, which I can throw some rubber wood in. Normally these machines have sound, but they're broken in the current version of Industrial Craft, and I have them set in the config to be off, so they're double deactivated. That was an Enderman, though. And that's just because they're annoying and they get in the way. Now, you might be wondering, okay, so I have this extractor and macerator. I get the extractor. What's the macerator do? Well, if I plop some more in there, in this case some copper. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, this is a new feature with NEI. If you click on something like this, it says recipes. You just click left click. It shows you all the things you can make in a macerator. There's a lot. Okay, yeah. It's a little buggy in this version. You didn't see it update properly, but it did. Actually, so this you get iron dust, which when you put, so 1 piece of ore lends you 2 bits of dust, and once you put the dust in a furnace, each dust lends you 1 ore. Therefore, you're doubling your output. Pretty sweet, I gotta say. And that's your basic industrial craft right there. Or once you get started with that, you stop wasting all the resources. Now, another thing I want to make is, I mean, we have the internal storage in here, but it's not very big. It only holds, I think, like 200, maybe 1,000 EU. Not very much at all. So I want to upgrade that very quickly. Now, if I go back over here, you'll notice if I make a couple more batteries, like so, and then I place them like that, and then put 1 piece of copper wire on top and 5 oak wood planks, I get something called a bat box. This is an additional energy storage unit. It's just awesome. I'm going to start, I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to get rid of that, and that. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is when I take, I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna wait till morning and then I'll do it because it's easier that way. Going back. Now, I'm going to drill a hole in the wall. There's going to be like another room back here, but it's going to be like you don't see it. I'm going to have access to it. It's just going to be like a little tag on, and it's going to be for the purpose of holding wires and probably some solar panels before too long, because solar power is very good. In real life, you don't get very much power out of solar panels. I mean, they work, but they are inefficient and annoying. But in industrial craft, they're pretty darn good. Now, this is going to be just a balcony area, so I'm going to light it up significantly. And I'm going to make a door over here. I already have a door just laying around from earlier. There we go. And I'm just going to fill this in for the most part, back where it was. Anyway, I'm going to take my generator, which I'm going to place, right there. Right in the middle of the wall. And I can put whatever I want. I'll put a piece of coal in there. Now, if I want my machines to go in here, I can do something like this. Just plop the machines in, and all's good. I can take the top off if I choose, but it works fine. Now, to power them, I need these cables. I'm going to make a few more, just with the spare rubber I had. And I also want the bat box. To use the bat box properly, put it like this. You'll notice the power from the generator immediately begins draining into the bat box, which can store 40,000 versus the 10,000, I think the 20,000 that's in there. It also it only outputs out the face with the orange circle. All the other sides are inputs. Now, I just run some cable like that, and then I'm set up right there for more. Make sure you use insulated cable, because uninsulated cable will shock you. It didn't there because the power is technically not flowing anywhere because these machines don't have any work, but it will shock you in any other situation. And with this setup, I can see how much power I have. Okay, it holds 2,000, I think, actually. And I can just burn a ton of stuff, and it creates that. Going back to the extractor, I don't have much to go, but I can throw the rest of my iron ore, which went into my miner's backpack, because I picked up ore. It's like, oh, better put this in the backpack. You can, P.S., you can hold down Shift, right-click, and that locks it so nothing goes in. Here, if you have ore in your inventory, it will go in. Here, if you have in resupply mode, if you have like a stack of ore in your inventory for whatever reason, and then you use one of it, it will immediately draw one out of the bag to add. It's more useful with the other kinds. And yeah, that's how that works. So I'm just going to deposit all this stuff, get that ready to cook. And do I have the materials to do this? No, I do not. Alright, so I think this is a pretty good place to, well, at least wait for our segment. But this has probably been a decent length episode. It's probably going to be a little short side, but I'm going to have to say goodbye. I'm sorry, guys. It's just how it has to go. Actually, you know what? I can wait a few more minutes. Do I still have that scoop? Oh, wow. Ah! Well, anyway, if I wanted to start with bees, I could actually do that. To start with bees, you need what's called an apiary. It's pretty simple to make. I need some slabs of any kind of wood, an impregnated casing. Wait, what? No, an apiary is not supposed to be made like that. It's not supposed to... Okay, so apparently they've made apiaries 6 times as hard to get, which is ridiculous. Carpenter. Okay, so first I need a carpenter, which is pretty simple to make. A sturdy machine, sturdy casing at least, is made with bronze, and then you need bronze and glass. Okay, I'm gonna get one of them built. I probably won't get it running this episode, but I will have it built for later, and I'm gonna need to use it a lot in the future. So it's gonna be important to get. Anyway, let's just make a little bit of more bronze, and I need some glass. Do I have glass? No, but I have sand. That should be enough, but let's throw it anyway. Okay, well, I can make the first bit. So to make a sturdy casing, just put the bronze like so. Now I need the other piece of this, which should be coming around a second. Okay, and now I put 2 bits of bronze. No, I need more bronze than that. Yep, okay. I don't have the materials immediately available, so I'm actually going to come back to this next episode and finish that then. So this has been Forrest from Last Spectrum HD, signing off, and I'll catch you next time. And goodbye.